YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, we're going to go over my monthly paying dividends for October. Okay, this is what we're looking at right now. And before we move forward, I'm going to need you to like, subscribe, and if you want to share with someone who's curious about how to get passive income through the stock market, then this is the channel they might want to follow. I'm just a regular guy who learned how to trade stocks in the stock market. So I know how to day trade, swing trade. I know how to day trade, swing trade, collect dividends, all right, so here we go. As you can see, I have reached my goal of getting $100 for the month. Not only did I reach my goal, but it looks like we passed it out. All right. The highest dividend paid this month is 24, followed by 19, 8, 6, 10, 6, so on and so forth. It gets smaller and smaller. My goal one day is to have each position paying me plus $100. Okay. So let me start off by saying, when you get involved into dividend, all right, and you first start off, it's going to start off very small. Not just small, but very small. All right. If you're starting off small, it's going to start off very small. All right. Even if you're starting off big, you start off with a very large amount to see some money that'll make your eyes pop out. Okay. As you can see, I'm going to go to the bottom here. I have some payments that are very small. 1 cent, 5 cents, 6. Look at that. When I first started getting involved in the dividends, these are what my payments look like. All right. These are positions I just picked up. When I first started, this is what they look like. All right. Over time, your positions will begin to look like this. All right. Because this position once was just like the ones down there, but it got bigger. All right. And this is the result of it growing. And this happened over a long period of time. So what are dividends? What is a dividend, and how do you collect a dividend from the stock market? I'm not going to tell a long story and make this all complicated. It's simple math. All right. We have positions in the stock market, right? You got to know, what a stock is, right, at this point. And if you don't, just Google it real fast. But for the most part, we're just going to use companies, all right? The stock market is just like a bunch of companies. All right. Stock market, supermarket, stock market. You're going to go there to shop around for some stocks, which are just companies. So everyone knows McDonald's. Everyone knows Apple. Everyone knows Amazon. Everyone knows Johnson & Johnson, stuff like this, Nike, right? All these companies pay a dividend. And basically a dividend is just the company sharing a profits, all right, with the shareholders. Who's a shareholder? When you invest into the company, you become a shareholder, right? So they take their profits and invest. They take their profits and pay it out to the shareholders. All right, that's you, the shareholder. And they do this 4 times out of the year, which will be called quarterly in the stock market. Okay. Now, 12 months in a year, break that down into 4. Every 3 months, you're going to get a check. All right. Or you just get a deposit into your account. Right. So, for example, for every 1 share you have of Apple, right? For every 1 share you own of Apple, Apple's going to pay you. This is not accurate, just saying, okay, Apple's going to pay you $5. All right. And that $5 is going to get divided up into 4. So you probably get $1.25 every quarter. All right. Just every 3 months. In my case, I like to get dividends that pay monthly. Okay. So with that being said, you know that for having 1 share of Apple, you get paid $5, and it's going to get broken up into 4. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 12. Every 3 months, you're going to get $1.25. All right. So, once your brain start working and it clicks, you know that, oh, wow, okay. So if I have 5 shares instead of 1, I'm going to get $25. Okay. Divided into 4. What was that, y'all? About $6 and some change. 6, 12, 18, 24 with some change left over, right? So you're going to get about $6 and some change. So every time they cut the check, you're going to get $6 and some change. For the year, you'll get $25. Okay. So now, like, oh wow. So what if I had 10 shares? You're gonna get $50. All right. So now your brain could just go as crazy as you want. Now you wanna think big? Yeah, let's think big. Oh wow, what if I had 1,000 shares? Times 5 is gonna give us $5,000. So if you had 1,000 shares of Apple and they're paying $5 a piece, it's $5,000 you'll get divided by 4 times out of the year. You're looking at 1,000 and some change every time they pay out. See, now the numbers look different, right? Now, what if you had 1,000 shares of Apple, 1,000 shares of Nike, 1,000 shares of Johnson and Johnson, and each time it's time for these companies to pay, they pay out. Hello. Now, for me, this is beautiful for me. Although it's very small, yes, it's small, but listen, $117 for the month paid out to me from the stock market. All right. This number, one day, my short-term goal is to see that 1,000. My long-term goal is to see that 10,000. This is my long-term goal. And when I hit this is life-changing. Although it's going to be life-changing even before these numbers get to 10. I just know right here, this is a number where I could take out 4,000 and just do as I please and still have another 6,000 to reinvest. Come on. Let's go. This process It's a long process, very long for us regular people, because I'm regular. I ain't nobody special. I'm just a regular guy. I'm regular. Like you. Not like you, but like you. You understand? And we can do this. We can do it. This stock market stuff. All right? They make it seem hard and complicated, but I got you. Follow my page. Let's go. Do not copy me. All right? There's many factors that come into play on why you should choose what you choose. But I'm showing you to get an idea of what's going on. All right? Moving forward, because of my style, what I'm doing, this number will only grow. It will not go backwards. All right? This time next year, that should be like a 2. This time next year, November, we're going to see $200 and something for the month. It may be even more by then. All right? So, during this process, we must have this. And then this. And then this. And all of that equals this. VBA. Vision, belief, action. Goes. VBAG. The bag. Get your bag. Get your vision, your belief, your actions, and your goals pop up in that order. It could be mixed up, but the vision is what you see yourself having, right? I see myself having $10,000 a month from the stock market. That's my vision. My belief, even though I can't see it, I can see it already before I get there. Okay? And the action is everything I'm doing in between to get there, i.e. continuously to educate myself in the stock market, continuously be consistent in adding to my account, continuously, keyword, continuously, in the action, all right? Doing those things, the rest follows. It just falls into place, right? Because the universe wants me to be great at this, right? Because it knows that I'm going to do great things with the money. So I must go through a lot of training before I get there. Because when I get there, OMG, 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 yes. I'd like to just stare and look. Because I see it, but I don't see it, but I see it. I talked about this before it happened. Okay, let's go. Let's go, baby. Chopping blocks down, all right? All right, let me get over here because when I'm around other people, they just start shouting out random things for no reason. And I don't know what's next. But just trust in yourself. Trust yourself. Trust. Believe. You know what I'm trying to say? Blah. You got this. Follow me. Stay tuned. Follow my journey. Now.